What's up, social media? It's Dr. Meathead again for another Meathead Minute. This week we're going to talk about squats for general health and squats for strength athletes. These are not the same thing, despite what your trainer at your local Globo gym may tell you. Different athletes, different people have different needs, and also different injury patterns and movement restrictions that may preclude them from doing certain movements, such as the barbell back squat. Now, as a recreational exerciser, if you were not a strength athlete, you probably don't need to learn how to barbell back squat. It's a really easy movement to screw up. It can put a lot of stress on the shoulder joints, and it's not necessarily the end-all be-all of glute, quad, hamstring builders. For your average recreational athlete, your regular person at the gym, I think the kettlebell goblet squat or the dumbbell goblet squat is probably your best bet. Now, this is for a few reasons. One, the weight starts out pretty light. The weight is in front of you, so it's not as big of an axial load, and it's pretty easy to teach this movement pattern without having a heavy barbell on your back. Variations off this can be split squats, rear foot elevated split squats, close stance goblet squats, things of that nature to build different areas of your legs and glutes, but the kettlebell goblet squat should be your primary movement for a recreational exerciser. Moving on to strength athletics, I hate to say it, powerlifters, but the king of squats is the front squat. Especially for strongman Olympic weightlifters, the amount of time spent in the rack position and the amount of upper back strength required for these sports means that front squats should probably be your primary squat movement. Olympic weightlifters should also be doing high bar back squats. You can get a similar stimulus, but overload the weight a little bit more because you don't have to have the upper back stabilization to get there. Now for powerlifters, yes, you have to back squat. Yes, you probably have to low bar back squat. Low bar back squats can put a pretty big toll on your shoulders, but if you're gonna lift the most in the meat in a back squat, it's probably gonna be low bar. Primarily, from a medical standpoint, I recommend that most of your training focus around a high bar back squat, just because the movement is gonna be a little less taxing and may leave a little more in your shoulders for the bench. Now for all strength athletes, there's one more squat we didn't talk about, and that's a safety bar squat. Safety bar squats are awesome. They take a lot of stress off the shoulders, put a lot of stimulus on the upper back, and can really help with those people who are recovering from injury or who just generally need a break from the heavy pounding that barbell squats can give you. I myself do a lot of safety bar squats, especially coming back from shoulder surgery, and I think they really have benefited me in the long run. So that kind of covers a brief talk about squats for general health and for the strength athlete. There's some really good information elsewhere online about squat techniques and things of that nature, but we can go into that a little bit more later. Until next time, do your front squats.